hands and a good knife. So let's jump from good to almost legendary now with our Cuisinart ceramic over stainless steel. And that's what we've got here. Legendary to the tune of almost 4 million individual knives sold. That's thousands and hundreds of thousands of individual sets. Now let me take you on a tour of this knife and why it means so much to everybody that uses it and why they're loving it as much as they are. First things first, it's that name on every blade. That's Cuisinart. Since 1972, all we've done is just put the best stuff in your house so you can just improve every area of what you're doing. What we've done with this is we've started with a blade that's double beveled. That means that we sharpened it on both sides. That means that I can turn this grape into a contact lens on live television without any worry of that blade shooting from one side to the other. And we've all had that happen to us when we're working with fruits and vegetables. Have a look here. When I can create that kind of cut live on TV, you know you've got a blade worth having a look at. Now, what's cool about this is the ceramic on the outside. Now, we're going to get into the colors and the different styles we have to offer, but regardless of the color that we've put on the outside, this is your ceramic coating. And what's beautiful about that is this is going to give you every single benefit of a ceramic knife. The fact that it doesn't stick, doesn't grab, doesn't transfer flavors or odors, and the fact that you're going to be able to keep these nice and clean and fresh looking for years. They absolutely don't stain, no matter what kind of foods you use them on, even avocados and beets. And what's great about this, Suzanne, is we've curated the best pieces for this holiday set. This is our chef's knife. It's an 8-inch. And it's just knife number 1.
And we have many more to go. And it's, you said our biggest set too.
Absolutely.
Let me show you the colors, because you know I'm a geek about this.
Yeah, let's have a look.
So here's what happened, right? I was in the hallway and I went, oh, Cuisinart knives are back. That gets you excited to start with, because I'm a nerd. And then number 2, I go, look at the new colors. Okay, so this is called the marble. Now guys, I am very blessed. I'm downsizing dramatically into a teeny little place, but I am building a whole new kitchen.
Nice.
And I thought, and it's mainly white.
Nice.
So when I
what
saw,
a perfect fit.
guys go, Mark, can you go in really close? Because I want you to see the marbled effect. Like, look at the handles. This is called marble. So for my new place, of course I want a new knife set.
Totally, yeah, jazz it up.
How beautiful is this? Even the handles have marble, and the protective sleeve is a marble design.
Absolutely.
Now this one, and again, Mark, if you don't mind, go really tight. This is called speckled. Wrong, Mark.
I'm just gonna stand over here.
This is called the speckled. Look how fun this is. This is the most popular. It's just a great black. It looks like a galaxy, quite frankly. And that's the speckled. And then finally, the one with these really beautiful pastels. This is called the Farmhouse. And so you have soft ivory, soft blue, a really soft pink, a sagey green, and what's the last color? A little white down here at the bottom. That's called Farmhouse. You get them all for $24.95. And you know what's interesting, Mark? How many years have we done
I think this is our
like
4th year now.
4th year. And how many do you think we've sold over the years?
Individual knives, millions. Sets, hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands.
And what we've done is we've paid attention to the reviews over the years. And for our set this year, we've curated the most popular pieces that people are asking for and using. So you're going to get that Santoku. You're going to get that chef's knife. You're going to get that utility knife that never needs sharpening. By the way, wait till we hear about sharpening on these knives. And you're also going to get that slicing knife, which is so cool. But while we're here, let's talk about this Santoku knife. Now, Santoku knives are usually identified by the little divots that are taken out all the way down the length of the knife. The reason that they do that is so that you create some air between the knife and the blade and the food separates easy. Well, this is ceramic. And one of the reasons that people paid hundreds of dollars for full ceramic knives was because of this. They don't stick to the food. And when you're working in the kitchen and you need to get that job done and you don't want anything sticking and grabbing, I can't even tell you how much you're going to appreciate that. So let me put this out of the way for a second.
With ceramic, it's very brittle.
Brittle, breaks, it's expensive. Now, we've also given you all kinds of features on these knives, like a French tip. That's the same angle that your wrist hits your hand with, and that means that you've got a nice extension of what you're doing here. And what I love about this blade is any place I tell it to cut, this guy's cutting, and that's what makes it safe in the kitchen. So we're gonna go from that pineapple to that diced onion, and how about one of the coolest presentations that I do on live television? You're looking at it right here. There's really nothing I do more that pulls out every feature and benefit of a product than that demonstration right there. It doesn't grab, doesn't pick, and look at this. There's nothing holding that tomato to the board. Now, if you're not into power slicing a pineapple or air cutting a tomato, let's talk about things that we do every day, like this. This is the problem. It really is. You might as well use the back of a spoon, or if your knife's been used for like a week, it's just not gonna work. This is Cuisinart. There's barely any effort effort, and it's falling through that skin of a pepper that can embarrass a $1,000 knife. Guys, this is our Santoku, and we are really still at only knife number 2.
Okay,
we
we're
haven't even
keep
talked about
going.
the cutting boards. In fact, let's go ahead and take this off of there, and I'm going to remind everybody that in addition to the 5 knives, in addition to the 5 sheaths, you're also going to get the matching set of 4 cutting mats.
No way.
Now, these have a little tack on the back, so they're going to stay on your countertop, even if it's wet, and they're all identified at the top here. Now, you can do what I do at my house and completely ignore this. However, if you like to keep an eye on the cross-contamination, it's going to get marked for things like fish and vegetables.
Now, remember, I didn't even know this, and I'm so shopping for a new set of knives for the redo of our condo we're buying. Look at this. Look how cool that marble one is.
Beautiful.
You know what that reminds me of? Those really expensive countertops.
Yeah.
That is great. So you get all 4 of these too.
You're going to get 4, and they're going to be matched with the set of knives that you choose.
Oh, I love that. That is great.
Now, let's have a look at our slicing knife. And I love this knife because the blade on it is the same as the other ones we've been looking at with that double bevel. And before I get into really the show-stopping demonstration, I want you to see something that really might confuse you when it comes to ceramic knives, especially if you've used them in the past. Now, the problem with a full ceramic knife, you cannot sharpen it. Plain simple, that's it. You got to send these things away. It costs you a fortune. Well, remember, we've given you the best of ceramic and the best of stainless steel. Right. And the best of stainless steel means I can sharpen this. I've got a coarse tungsten carbide blade on my Cuisinart sharpener. I've got a medium stone for those knives that have maybe seen a couple of better days and need to be refreshed. Or for my fine stone, which is made out of ceramic, this is going to keep that fine hone on a knife. So when it comes time to doing some jobs that you wouldn't expect a knife like this to do in a set like this that you're paying for, you gotta, I call this my phone a friend demo. If you know anybody that camps, boats, hunts, fishes, you elbow them, get them out of bed, they gotta see this.
Or just buy it for a Christmas gift.
Or get it for Christmas. This is the type of cut, this is the type of performance of a knife that you usually see in something that's meant for sports people, that has a big flex on it, stainless steel.
Sure.
The fact that you're getting that quality cut out of the box with a lifetime guarantee, this is why the 5-star reviews have flooded in for the last 4 years.
And there's been thousands. I'm telling you, if you need new knives, this is a set. We've never had more choices. We don't, this is the most stuff you get too.
Oh,
this is a great,
far.
and wait, also when we've done the smaller sets, they've been at the same price.
Absolutely, they've been at the same price. So
this is the biggest set we've got. You get the, and I want to show you because I'm a nerd like this too. If that, I showed you the marble, look at the great cutting boards. This is for the speckled, which is the most popular. That's the black. Okay, so you get 2 solids, the black, white, and then you get the 2 speckled. And then for the farmhouse, which is all those pretty pastels, there's your cutting boards. I was all in just when I saw the knives, let alone there was cutting boards.
And I won't tell, and she won't tell. If you want to go and split it up and you've got boards as a gift, knives as a gift, you can do that too. How about that?
A couple knives and a couple boards, split it up as gifts. That would be, that'd be really awesome, right?
Absolutely. So again, I'm going to say this. We've given you the pieces that everybody asks for. And I'm going back to this Santoku knife because I want you to see something kind of neat, okay? When it comes time for quality cuts, when it comes time to have the company over, that's when you really start to rely on the quality of the blade that you've got. So yeah, it's going to drop through that tomato. And I'll say it again, a tomato's like a pepper. It can embarrass a knife that costs thousands of dollars. Now let's go to something that can really be affected by a knife that doesn't have the right edge, and that's soft mozzarella cheese or soft anything. There's no creasing there, there's no creping. That is a cookbook beautiful piece. So you know what, we're gonna put that on there, and then remember I mentioned all the features that these knives have? We've even given you an herb curve. That means that you don't need a mezzaluna for that rocking back and forth motion. These knives really are the ones that you're going to use every day in your set. And when we're talking about longevity and toughness, and the reason that we can put a lifetime warranty on these is not because I can cut cheese, not because I can cut herbs, not because I can cut tomatoes, but because this, a butternut squash, which I can pretty much rob a bank with, is the same type of thing that this knife just flies right through. So if you've ever worked with a butternut squash, you know how hard what I'm doing is, and it's effortless with this knife. And again, that's why those 5-star reviews have never stopped.
Oh, they haven't. And we've sold hundreds of thousands of sets. Now, right now, this set specifically, we've sold over 17, almost 18,000.
I love it.
And as we're heading towards the end of our big weekend, just if this is that great gift idea for the foodie, the chef in your life, maybe it's someone who doesn't like to cook, chances are they've got really lousy knives as well, because you've got to have great knives.
You know what
like
I said?
You never build a house not having a hammer.
Exactly.
Why are you in the kitchen with bad knives?
I said off the top, the 2 most important tools in any kitchen are clean hands and a good knife. Yeah. You know what I love about our paring knife, especially on things like garlic? As soon as I give this a wipe, we're gonna be reminded that that's ceramic. That smell of garlic is just left on my fingers. It's not on the knife, which is fantastic, you guys. And for care, you can throw them in the dishwasher, but I always recommend knives go in the sink. Always, always.
Because they dull them faster if you dishwash them, right?
Well,
Oh, and by the way, the knife sharpener is available too. We have it back in stock. It's called the foldable knife sharpener. With the 6 flex pay, it's $3.33. So either bring your old knives back to life or give it as a gift with a new set, and they're going to